Welcome to another edition of Columbia College Coaches Show here on Mediacom Channel 22 and online at ColumbiaCougars.com. My name is Cosmo, broadcaster for Columbia College, and with us the head coach, John Klein of your Columbia College Cougars. Welcome back.
Thank you, Cosmo.
Thank you. Great season. Still one more regular season game to go coming up this weekend, but overall for the season, you're into double-digit victories for the second season in a row. Didn't quite get the finish you wanted in conference play, but if you kind of put the season in a recap form, some tough matches throughout the year, and just what grade would you give the season, I guess, to put you on the spot?
I guess I give them a B, or the season a B, including myself as the coach. But 10-5-1, a really strong schedule, a lot of great results. I mean, you go back to the Fort Lewis win, defending national champions Division II, beat them at home 2-0, beat Missouri S&T this week 2-0, a top 25 D2 opponent, beat Lindenwood early in the year. Where it went wrong was really, I think I'd be extremely happy if we had beat Park just last weekend and we would have won conference, and I'd really feel good about the season. But we've played some exceptional soccer at times. We're very capable, and we know what's in front of us, and that's three conference tournament games to get to the national tournament.
And you go back through the recap, really, at all the losses with the exception of the 2-0 loss at UMKC, all one-goal defeats, the losses that you did have.
Everyone except that UMKC match. And, I've been telling the guys for a large portion of the season after each game, well, you won that game, you just didn't score more goals than the opponent. Right. And I really feel like we were only outplayed twice out of our 16 games to this point. We've created a lot of scoring chances. We've really done a pretty good job of protecting the goal. And but a couple matches we came up just short, and that's the way the game is. So now it's, like I said, it's all in front of us. We know what we have to do, and the challenge is right there for the guys to take advantage of. Your challenge throughout the year was to kind of tinker with and move around, especially you get some new players in, and you try and figure out some places to put some guys, and a guy like Edgar Reyna, who was in different roles early on and then all of a sudden just explodes and picked up his third AMC Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week award this past week after another game-winning goal for Edgar. Really, Edgar has had an exceptional season, and legitimately will be considered for all conference and potentially some All-American consideration there. He scored multiple game winners. He's just had a terrific season since we moved him to forward, and even before that, I think there were 4 or 5, 6 games where he was playing in the back and in the midfield. So he's been certainly a scoring presence up there, very physical. Happy to have found him and found a little niche for him up top.
Yeah, and the rotation of the guys, and again, starting in the back last year, a big addition for you guys with Nicola in the back, in the center with a big presence, and had a great freshman year, and that carried on here into his second year, and you've added some other defensive pieces around him really to help protect Ken in goal.
Yeah, no, it's been very solid back there. In fact, so solid that we were comfortable to experiment with Nicola in the midfield, and we may continue to do that. The last match against S&T, we did wind up moving him to the backfield. He certainly has a little bit of speed, and he's extremely physical and very comfortable moving the ball in the back, and again, strong in the air. So, I like having him back there, but we had experimented and hoped that he could make a difference in the center part of our midfield, and I think he does that. He brings a physical presence there. Didn't quite get the attack out of him that I thought we might, but maybe those opportunities just didn't necessarily present themselves. He's only been in the role for 2 or 3 matches, so I really do feel good about the options that we have in the midfield, up top, and in the back. We've gotten very comfortable with our back 4 there.
Yeah, and really with the other combination of the different players, out of the 4 seniors that we'll talk about here coming up in a little bit for Senior Day, with Ryan Goldcamp being your senior in the back that's kind of held down that left spot for the last 4 years. Basically, he's been lock solid. I know we'll get into more details on him coming up, but really besides number 20, the rest of that rotation of guys that are in there for you are all coming back for next season.
Yeah, fairly young group. Dan Rapp, Tom Vincent, Jovan Illich, and if we have Nicola back there, I think nobody in that group is more than a sophomore. Right. So they're they're figuring it out. They figured out what I'm looking for back there. You know, they crunch it up pretty good, make it tight back there, make it difficult for opponents to get behind our defense, and I'm really pleased with what's going on in the backfield.
Columbia College into double-digit wins as they get ready for the AMC Conference Tournament. Not exactly sure where the final seedings will be, but most likely we'll host a conference tournament match. We'll kind of touch on that a little bit coming up. We've also got a couple of player guests for you as well. It's the Columbia College Coaches Show here on Mediacom Channel 22.